What up, guys? Another day here at the shop, and trying to work on 63 stuff today. So, back on this core support, and try to pull this off. But as you can see, these bolts very rusty. So, I went to loosen them, and it didn't really work out. So, I brought out the Sawzall cut-off reel or cut-off blade, and I'm gonna work to cut the two bolts that hold that on, snatch that off, and yeah, transfer it over to the blue car inside. And then I may go ahead and pull the fenders off of the black one there. You know, today happens to be a decent day weather-wise here, and it's probably one of the last few. So anything that I can do that's outside work, I'm trying to do that right now, because temperature is going to drop any day. So yeah, I need these fenders for the car in there. Like I said, the top half is going to be pretty easy. It's just the lower bolts that I know are going to give me a problem, but we'll see what we can do to get them off. That's my objective, is to get all the front end stuff off between these two cars and get it put on the inside there too. I need to come grab these hood hinges too. Yep. But that's that. So I'm going to start with that for now. And, you know, keep the ball in motion. Gotta always keep pushing to get stuff done, or it just won't ever happen. It's easy to just sit down and get lazy. So yeah, I'm going to take the extension cord out there and get to cutting and get those bolts off. And I'll have to improvise with some other bolts for this car to mount it up until I can buy the correct bolt kit. But right now, you can see the 63, how it's looking. And if all goes well, we'll have it pieced together by the weekend, you know. Tired of seeing the front end all disassembled. And I mean, of course, there's still work to be done, which would be good to do it while the front end is disassembled, like cleaning up this whole firewall. This frame has already been kind of painted up already, but it's just dirty. So I might wipe it down. Those wheel wells should get painted, or wheel tubs, or whatever you want to call them. But again, right, we're not getting heavy into this car right now. I just want to get all the pieces, all the parts and pieces in place, so that when we do get hot and heavy into it, we'll have everything we need. So that's the order of the day. You see, I already have the one bumper right there, so I don't know if I'm going to go out there and fight to pull that other one off. But I just might, because the weather is good. And remember, this was the one that had the dent. So at one point or another, I'm going to probably want that other one. But honestly, I could save my energy and pull that off at a later date. It's not something we need immediately. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. And if time permits, I'm going to come back over here to the Fleetwood and pull this engine back out. Yeah. Now I'm just going to go ahead and snatch it back out. We got to clean up this engine bay and then figure out what we're going to do. If we're going to LS it or roll the dice with this engine. More than likely. Well, I shouldn't even say more than likely, because I change like the weather when it comes to this car. I don't know what the hell my real plan is with it, other than I want to drive it, and I want to drive it like yesterday. So the sooner the better. One thing I was thinking of that I probably should do is I'm thinking about cleaning up this area over here next to the 63. Moving, I don't know where the hell I'm gonna put the stuff, but I'm thinking about spending some time trying to consolidate this area and put the Acura right here and just work on it here. That way nothing has to be outside. Well, not that nothing has to be outside, but that way I don't have to keep pulling cars back and forth and moving stuff around. So I think I might do that, because honestly, it'll be easier to get that car in that tucked away corner than it would be to get this 63 over there. Although I could do it. 63 is a little harder to maneuver with no power steering and etc. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to move the Acura out of the way from where it's at now, pull the 67 out, pull the 63 out, and then try to pull the Acura in. So we'll see. Let's see how things go. Hopefully I get that core support cut off real quick, get that in here, and then maybe I'll do the car shifting around. Well, clean up first, then shift the cars around, and then go back and wrap up with the fenders. So I think that's the plan we just came up with on the fly. So let me try that. I'm gonna stop yapping now and start working, and let's see what we could do. I'll be back in a few. All right, fam, so we got that accomplished. So you can see we got the core support chilling, not bolted in place, but just resting there. And we got the whole grill, what do you call it, the valance, headlight buckets, reinforcement bar at the top, etc. So that's good. Even just putting that on alone will make the car look good, or it'll start to look more like a car. I still need to go back out there and grab the hinges, and still got to work on those fenders, etc. But man, I'm out of breath, man. It took a bit of work, but I got it. But now what I want to do is clean up this area. I think I'm going to try to consolidate some stuff. I got to find a good spot to put all these wheels at, you know. It's crazy how when you deal with cars, you end up with accumulating a bunch of rims and tires and old wheels, and, you know, cars come and go, but somehow I end up with rims and tires staying behind, which is not a bad thing, you know. I tend to need them for other things, so no biggie. But yeah, I'm happy this came off, and honestly, man, this is a really nice grill. Really, really clean. Not a dent or ding on it. Just one of the headlight bezels, you know, it's got a little ding, but that's nothing. I probably got a good one somewhere else laying around here, but when I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, I should have put this grill on this car. Although this grill is nice, it's got one little imperfection that's hard to notice, so I'm not going to point it out, but this one is pristine. Anyway, that's good for the blue car, because we want the blue car to be just as nice as the red one, you know, so we're not going to start now swapping parts, you know. I would already took a bunch of stuff off of the blue one, but yeah. So anyway, happy to have made that progress, and now I got to just catch my breath a little bit, have a cold beverage, and then I'm going to start consolidating all this stuff over here. And I don't need to go too crazy because, honestly, the Acura is not as long, you know. But things I'm looking at is the ground here. It's not the most level, and some of the concrete is deteriorated, etc. That can be somewhat problematic when you're using a floor jack or jack stands, but I think we'll be okay. That's a small, light car. Maybe I will just back it up a little bit further just so I get a little smoother patch on the concrete. But without further ado, let me get to cleaning up and moving stuff around. It's a little bit difficult because this is one of the few dry spots in the shop, so I end up putting all kinds of stuff over here that I don't want to get wet. And I got a couple other places, so I'll move some stuff around. And what I really don't want to do is like block something in behind the cars that I'm going to need to get out, such as this cherry picker. So I'm going to move that now and stick it over there or something. But the biggest thing is these tires. Really, with the tires, I don't even really care if they're in a wet spot or not. And they could even go outside, you know. But we'll see. Don't like to put them outside because then they get all nasty and bugs and critters and stuff start making nests in them. But I'll find somewhere. Main thing is we're going to clear this spot out and tuck the Acura in. Even though this is kind of a cold spot because it's right near the door here, at least the car will be inside. Because like I said, that temperature's dropping, and we got to do that, what do you call it, engine cradle swap, subframe swap. Yeah, still don't have the subframe, but I have the tool to support the engine and transmission while I drop it out from under it. What happened, something didn't pan out with the last order. You know, we couldn't come to an agreement on the freight shipment, so that's okay. I'm gonna there's one here local, and it's gonna cost me a few more dollars, and I'm gonna have to take a big drive, but I think I might end up having to do that. But before we do all that, let's at least get the car inside and prepared. And honestly, once we get it inside, we could technically start getting it ready. So all we have to do is slap in the subframe when it comes. But we'll see. Like I said, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself with that car. Still waiting on a couple things to be clarified with it before we really pull the trigger. But all in all, making progress. Okay, feeling good. Had some partial success here. So let's try to keep that momentum flowing, guys. Stick with me. I'm your host, Shawnee C, and we're trying to get some stuff done today, one way or another, on multiple cars. That's right, Motor City Customs. Be right back. All right, guys, so, man, got the cars outside there. Man, the 63 tries to give me a little bit of trouble. You know, I never really 100% adjusted that carburetor, and it was acting up a little bit. It's first time outside, too. I'm gonna get some footage of it in a minute. But yeah, I cleaned this spot up. Man, it's been a long time since it looked this decent. But it's still not 100%. Like, I gotta move those wheels and that header panel, but it's good enough to get the car in here. I swept it up a little bit, but now I'm looking like, man, I need to really sweep the rest of this while I got a chance. Because honestly, it's been a long time since I had this much space in the shop with cars outside and whatnot. But the good news is now pretty much 3 out of 5 cars that are being here are mobile, so I can move them around. That's one thing I hate, is to have a bunch of broke down cars, you know, and everything you gotta push around and whatnot. But fortunately, mostly everything runs. Like this Cadillac runs. This one runs, but it's got so much problems I can't even really run it. So this one falls in that category right now of cars I don't like because it's all not really running as it should. It's got tire issues too, you know. I still need to get some wheels for it. This side, that one is just losing air. This one has a bad tire, but I need 2 more stock wheels because these, you know, that's not going to work. But anyway, let's take a look at the tray out here in the sunlight. The car is still dirty, but damn. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. Oh yeah, that looked good next to the 67. You know, I'm not a fan of red like that, but I'm happy with this car. And damn, it feels good to be like, you know, shit, I did that. I gotta adjust the hood, so. Damn, 67 look good too, even when it's dirty. Still gotta get that hood emblem. I ordered the door handle scuff guards, or some little trim that goes here. But yeah, you know what that reminds me? I need to get the door locks. I need to clean this thing up. But yeah. Yep. That's a shot for the haters right there. Step your game up. Yeah, that's a good look. Anyway, man, I should bring that one hood in now while I got a wide open space. Let me get this car in here first. And honestly, I can sweep this crap up after I get that car in here. So yeah, I'm about to put that backup camera to work because I'm gonna try to back it in and swing it in there because I kind of want the front. I want it facing the same way as this 63. Since I last saw you guys too, I somewhat mounted the core support just so it's not flopping there. I don't have the right bolts, but I do a couple bolts in there just to hold it. And I had to clean up some of this muck and be bringing that trash into the shop. But yeah, guys, we're making progress. Let me see if I can back this thing in here, and I'll come back to you guys in a second. Trying to do what we can. Yep, see you in a bit. All right, guys, I got it in there, but I'm not so sure, man. It's kind of a tight fit. It really is. It can work, but it's a little less than ideal. Car is a little bit wider than I thought, and I still need to like shimmy it over a little bit more. I think I might do that, right after I end this clip. But hey, the good news is it's inside. It fits, and that was the main objective. I mean, it's still a workable space. I've worked in tighter spaces, but honestly, we can make it work. It could be better for sure. If it was sitting like right here, it'd be better because as you can see on the sides, I'd have a lot more room to maneuver. But again, it's not a big car. Like I said, I gotta move these wheels and that header panel right there. And once I do that, that'll free up a little more space. I mean, I don't need a ton of working room for what I'm doing, right? It's not like I'm pulling the whole damn engine out or anything like that. A lot of the work is gonna be on the top end with getting that support bar in there. And then everything else is just right there in the front two wheels and directly underneath, like in the center of the car. I had to pull that piece of exhaust and a couple other things. So it's fine. The only thing now is going to be a trick to it when it's time to get it out. Because, man, I had to make some pretty tight turn radius. I had to squeeze the car in here. Let me say it like that. It wasn't easy to get it in here because that's the one drawback with my shop is I have all these poles in here, Because, again, this building wasn't originally set up for automotive. It was actually a couple different buildings. And a fun fact, it used to be a restaurant, a Chinese food restaurant back in the day. And I don't know what was next door, but yeah, I thought that was a fun fact for you guys. No longer cooking food, we're cooking up cars in this bad boy now. But yeah, anyway, so although, like I said, it turned out a little less than ideal, it's still gonna work. We're gonna make it work. It's not outside, and we're good. So now I gotta pull the other cars in, but like I said before doing that, I'm gonna clean this floor up, get some of this red paint overspray out of the place, and get some fresh air. So without further ado, where's my broom? Okay, I got the broom over here. I grab my broom, my push broom, and get to pushing. Try to get this place clean, and yeah, we'll take it from there. I'm gonna go out there and probably make a couple of shorts while I got the cars out there soaking up the sunlight. And then, yeah, I'll pull them back inside and chill a little bit and possibly even go live. Who the hell knows? I'm just going with the flow, guys. So stay tuned. The party never stops. And today is actually Friday. So let's get this weekend started on the good foot. Got some parts going for the Impala and got the Acura indoors. And I mean, it's also good too. For the first time, we got the 63 outside. So under its own power and looking way better than it was last out there. Yeah. So, all right, guys, enough yapping. Let me get back to work. Peace. All right, guys, so got everything back in the shop. It's bittersweet. It's a nice day, man. I almost feel to just drive the 67 home, but the weather will turn in an instant, meaning it's going to be crappy again tomorrow, and then I have to try to drive it back. That would be a problem. But we got her tucked in, so mission accomplished. Acura's in. 63 is back where it needs to be. And the 67 is tucked away as well. Core support mounted, grill, and all that stuff is there. I'll start mounting it up soon, but I'm not so sure. I think I might, not press too far and just try to start throwing this thing together. I might go ahead and paint that core support. It's the best time to do it while it's kind of all, exposed, etc. No, that's why I didn't really bolt it down all the way, because I was having that thought like, man, I should really just spray this really quick. It's not bad enough to need sandblasting, and a nice coat of black paint would look good on it. I mean, honestly, I prefer a chrome core support, but everything can't be chromed out. I still got more parts to take off the other car, but you know how it goes, man. I had all these high hopes to get a whole bunch of stuff done, and the next thing you know, you look at the clock and time is just escaping me, I took one too many breaks, I guess, but I'm still happy. You may notice too, I got the little vacuum cleaner queued up because one thing I want to do tomorrow is spend some time on the Acura, vacuuming it, detailing out the interior, and really taking a good look on the inside and see, just to take an inventory on the miscellaneous pieces of plastic and trim and stuff that's in there. I want to make sure I have everything that I need to kind of put it back together. And I was supposed to re-angle this car a little bit just to scoot it over to the left a little bit more. I didn't do that, but I can deal with all that tomorrow. You know, I can just jack it up and push it a little bit. Or, I have these little dollies like you see this car sitting on. Shout out to the homie Alejandro if you're ever watching. I appreciate you still when you gave me those way back in the day at the old shop. Come in real handy. But yeah, I could throw those under there and kind of shimmy the car over if I run into problems and don't want to start it up and move it. So anyway, so we got some stuff on tap for tomorrow. And I'm also wanting to continue with the work that I was supposed to get done today that I didn't. Meaning the fenders. I want to pull those fenders off the black 63 out here. Yeah. The black 63 four-door that's chilling in the cut. Need those fenders, man. And like I said, time waits for nobody, and neither does Mother Nature. So there'll be snow out here soon. So I need to get my butt out here tomorrow and pull these off. Yeah. Pull these off and get them swapped onto the other car. See how this one's looking like somebody did something to it. I snatched those parts off. But she still got plenty more to go. Like I said, I'm going to come back and grab these hinges. It really is nothing. I really should do it right now, but man, it's Friday. I'm about to go take a break and let it wait. And look, I was talking all that crap about bringing that hood in and I left it, but I'll deal with it tomorrow. I should have did it today while the cars were out of here, so there's no chance of me bumping into a car or nothing. But, sometimes you can't get it all done in the time you have allotted. Tomorrow's another day. Even though tomorrow's not promised, I'm going to do my best to make up for what I didn't get done today, tomorrow. So, stick with me, guys. You know how we do it here at Motor City Customs. I'm your host, Shawnee C. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Hopefully you guys all already hit the like button. Join the channel for as little as 99 cents a month. You get exclusive access to some of the new drops. Stay tuned and jump on the live stream when you can. I've been doing a lot of marathon streams where it's basically just a bunch of lowriders and custom cars. So just let it run for hours, so when you get time, you guys can just jump on there and have something cool to look at, or throw it on the TV in your man cave, or watch it in your car, whatever the case may be. Just enjoy and support the channel where and when you can, guys. Check out the merch store, all that good stuff. And you may notice, too, my cash tag is up there. If you have Cash App, you can always send a nice, friendly donation. Okay? Once again, we're on it and we're working. I'm feeling good, man. I was happy to see this car outside today. Looked real good in the sun. I should have took a lot more pictures. All I really did was a couple small shorts, but at least I can look at those over and over again. Hopefully you guys do too. Check it out. Yeah, for sure. This thing is going to be on the street next summer. Yep. Just going to cruise it just like this. No hydraulics. I'm continue to work with the interior. Get the carpet and door panels and all that stuff situated. Put some music in the car so I can have something nice to cruise to. Maybe a color bar. Spruce it up a little bit and have it respectable and reliable. So when the spring hits, we can pull it out. And idea is to get this blue one ready, kind of right behind it. Eventually I'm going to work on this. I didn't even want to touch this thing today. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to get on it. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe the day after. Maybe Monday. We'll see. Rest assured, though, it will get touched. I didn't even show you guys, too. I swept the place out There's still some little red overspray and whatnot, but it looks a lot cleaner. Hadn't done that in a long time. I could have did a little better job, but man, there's a lot of sweeping. Arms got tired, and I had too much other stuff to do. But overall, I did a good job sweeping. You guys can't really appreciate it unless you're here, But yeah, anyway, it's a good stopping point. I'm starting to ramble and tell you all kind of stuff that don't even really matter. So that's when you know it's time to wrap it up. On that note, guys, everybody be safe out there. Take care of your friends and your family, and be good to others in general. And life will be good. Stay tuned. A lot more to come, and we'll be back in a few. Shawnee C up out of here. Peace.